entrepreneurs, anyone really, to let our political leaders know what you need to get back to business. So flick us an email, q&a@tvnz.co.nz, and write "back to business" in your subject line. We are now less than 2 hours from the move into Alert Level 3, and a massive day for many Kiwi businesses. If you've lost your job though, and you're wondering who will be hiring soon, the good news is there are industries crying out for employees. Here's Fiona Owen.
Famous for its vibrant cafe culture, this is Wellington's Cuba Street as you've never seen it. Tucked in behind the cafe quarter, a locally owned New Zealand-wide food delivery operation is gearing up for its biggest week ever, rushing restaurant food to homes under Alert Level 3.
We're just keen to show that we're here to help. We're also here to get back on our feet ourselves after 5 weeks of lockdown.
But how sustainable beyond Alert Level 2 are those workforce areas which have boomed under the COVID lockdown? Courier companies, food supply chains, supermarket security, fruit picking, community and social services. In Nick Foster's market, he suspects people will be cautious about eating out for some time yet.
There'll definitely be a big, I guess pandemonium is probably the word for the next couple of weeks, particularly on Tuesday. But going forward, I see the industry still being a vital part of the hospitality industry. The industry was moving that way anyway.
So over the next year, where will the jobs be?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Recruitment specialist Ian McPherson.
We've been talking to some of our clients over the last few days. They're relatively positive. At the same time, we were talking to a client yesterday who's letting 8 carpenters go. Look, a big part of it comes down to what the government does. Again, talking to a reasonably sizable constructor, the indications that they've had, and they do a lot of work with government, is in terms of Ministry of Education and Housing New Zealand, is that they're going to be busier than ever, and that's where some of the investment, some of the shovel-ready projects will kick off pretty quickly.
There are certainties in the projected job market. Our ageing population means jobs in the aged care sector will be there. Ryman Healthcare, the country's biggest aged care provider, told Q&A they see themselves as a big contributor to the economy's kickstart.
This is the old Wellington Teachers College, and Ryman's want to turn it into a retirement village. It would be a $200 million construction project, but they're just waiting for the building consent.
Meanwhile, Ryman is working on 6 other retirement villages in the Upper North Island. Builders will pick up their tools again tomorrow. This Miramar street is usually chocker with tour buses. Right round the country, the tourism workforce has been the hardest hit.
If you look at the industries that are obviously going to suffer, or the industries where people are going to come out of, and volume, hospitality, tourism, those sorts of people are customer focused and are all about people and are all about enjoying going to work. It's going to be a different sort of work, but or different opportunities for them. But if they take those attitudes and put them into new environments, then they'll be successful.
Seek, New Zealand's biggest job placement company, notes that while job listings fell by 75% from late March, the areas that remain consistent or more in demand were transport and manufacturing, healthcare and IT. Ian McPherson says in less skilled work, often it's attitude that will clinch the job.
Employers will grab that and they will teach the skills that are required, but they can't necessarily teach people to be excited about coming to work.
As someone who has worked in job placement through the GFC and the Christchurch earthquakes, Ian McPherson is convinced economic shocks are catalysts for innovation. Job opportunities could open up in surprising areas.
There's obviously going to be some new things that come out over the next 3-6 months, some new industries and new pockets of work that someone really innovative is going to come up with, and we'll all sit there and say, wow, that was amazing.
Fiona Owen with that report. And Francis Valentine, founder of Tech Futures Lab, agrees.